Welcome to the 2021 Disability Unite Festival and happy Disability Pride Month. I am Victor Calisi, Commissioner of New York City's Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities. I am a white male with salt and pepper slick back hair, brown eyes, with a blue blazer and a blue shirt, and I'm sitting in a wheelchair. My office is happy to partner with Project Access for All and Disability Unite to bring this free virtual event to you. Not only to our New York City community, but to people with disabilities and our non-disabled allies throughout the country and around the world. As we commemorate the 31st anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, historic legislation that put into law what we all know, that people with disabilities should have the same opportunities as anyone else. Today, we not only mark the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, but also our strength as a community, how we've come together and persevered through this global pandemic, how we comforted each other, how we shared information to make sure that everyone knew what was going on. That is our strength. That is our community. So as we celebrate Disability Pride Month, let's unite as that community. And through our shared strength, continue to advocate for equality. Happy birthday, ADA.
My name is Matt Axel. I'm a white male with black hair. I'm standing on a wide open wood deck, and behind me is the Hudson River and a view of buildings and trees in New Jersey. On behalf of Project Access for All and Disability Unite, I'd like to welcome you all to the 2021 Disability Unite Festival. The Disability Unite Festival is created for the community, by the community. It's hosted on a uniquely accessible platform that was also created for the community, by the community, with built-in accommodations so that each person can select their own viewing experience. There are other streaming platforms out there, and perhaps it would have been easier to not create our own and simply use those. But Pride isn't about what's easy or superficial or fleeting. Pride, to me, Pride is a feeling that can be eternal. It's knowing that I belong to a rich and diverse culture that's bigger than myself. Pride is the understanding that I embody the best of humanity, the imagination to create, and the strength to fight for what I believe in. To have pride is to be proud not just of myself. The disability community is stronger than we realize, and more creative than we can imagine. We are the ones who don't flinch when things get tough, who fight for what's right and support each other through it all. As a truly intersectional community, we include all communities and turn none away. We fight for equity and inclusion for all, and we will never stop until we achieve our goal. So as we celebrate this Disability Pride Month, be proud of ourselves and our community. Continue to fight, to create, and to imagine. And join me in uniting together to make ourselves known. As we begin the festival, I'd like to thank our hosts of this beautiful riverfront amphitheater on Little Island in Manhattan, where we'll be bringing you performances by Four Wheel City and Maura Williams. Little Island was conceived with accessibility in mind and provides an inclusive and accessible experience for all visitors. They consulted accessibility experts from the disability community, including the New York City Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, and the universal design vision created is a better experience for everyone. I encourage you to visit their website at littleisland.org, and as we return to in-person gatherings, come stop by Little Island to know how universal design can benefit us all.
Hello, everyone, and happy Disability Pride Month. My name is Wale Sabri, and I'm so excited to welcome you to the Disability Unite Festival. Disability Unite is a community organization that has always sought new ways to include the disability community in the planning and creation of their events. That's why this year, we launched the first ever Disability Unite Got Talent contest, where we asked you to nominate and vote for the artists that you wanted to see perform today. The responses were overwhelming, and I was introduced to incredible talent that I had never known before. It was so difficult to choose a favorite, and there were only 10 performance spots available. That's why it was a relief to know that the choice was up to you, the disability community. With over 1,500 votes tallied, I am now excited to introduce to you a selection of performances by both established artists and winners of the Disability Unite Got Talent contest. Happy Disability Pride Month, and without further ado, let's begin the show.
But check it out. I'm here today to represent my cause and my movement called Four Wheel City. I'm going to perform a couple songs for y'all today. So I just want to say that it's a pleasure to be here because it's Friday. It's a beautiful day in New York City, and we're here to celebrate the Disability Unite Festival. And this month, July, for those who don't know, is Disability Pride Month. And as you can see, I have a disability, but I didn't let that disability stop me for what I want to do in life. And what I'm here today to do is perform a couple of songs for y'all that have took me to another place that I never thought I'd be, and travel the world performing these songs. And they all have messages of hope and things I've been through and struggled through in my life to get to this point. So I hope y'all enjoy it. And the name of the movement is called Four Wheel City.
Tired, man.
Tired, man.
Get this car to start. Yeah. Four Wheel City. All right, let's roll. Let's go. Drop that. Cops over.
Yeah.
They watching. They don't want us to
I
be
need
a
y'all
part
to
of this
bounce a
city,
little
man.
bit.
They pull these steps, man.
Come on and
All these
bounce
curves we
with
can't get over
me.
good, though.
Let's go. Well,
All these
go
inaccessible
to
stars,
Four
man.
Wheel City,
City,
where
you
you
don't want us
from.
here.
Four
Survive,
Wheel
what
City,
we gonna do? We
man.
gonna make our own
We
place.
come.
Welcome to
It's
Four
the
Wheel
movement.
City.
Check it
First, I like to say, rest in peace to Christopher Reeves. But I got something on my chest that's been bothering me. What's the problem be? When I'm out in the streets, it's like I can't go nowhere. What's wrong with me? How come when I go to the store, I gotta call first to see if it's wheelchair accessible? How come they treat me like a vegetable, y'all? Like I ain't here. And I can say I don't care, but the truth is I can't walk up the stairs, so I need a ramp and the elevator too. My baddest, bring a accessible bathroom, man. When you want the same thing, if it happened to you, let go. Well, go to Four Wheel City, where y'all from. Four Wheel City, here we come. Four Wheel City, 'cause it's the movement for improvement. Well, go to Four Wheel City, where you from. Four Wheel City, here we come. Four Wheel City, survive the movement for improvement. Now here's a little something that be popping my nerves. I hate when day walkers be blocking the curb with their cars like they stars. I'm watching, observe, like excuse me, sir, can I cross the street? Can't you see I'm in the chair? 'Cause I can't move my feet. Why you blocking the curb? Why I can't get by? Is it 'cause you standing up and I'm paralyzed? Am I less than you? Are you more than me? But if I didn't speak up, would you have noticed me? And George Bush don't want to fund stem cell research. We see what happens when his back and his feet hurt. This is a deep verse, and that discrimination, shh, play it out. And we got limitations, but don't count us out. And if you feeling what I'm saying, let me hear you shout. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Four Wheel City Pressure Relief Show. Now if you feel that pressure in your life, I want you to do me a favor. Take a moment away from it and just come on and roll with me, roll with me. Come on and roll with me. Get a little Billy Joe in your soul with me. Fight the pressure 'cause it's coming, can you feel it? Yeah. Fight the pressure 'cause it's coming, can you feel it? And that's what I'm getting an accident. Got shot by somebody accident. Yeah, he was in the drug trafficking. Now he in the wheelchair, he rapping it. Yeah, when he first got hurt, he was setting up a perk, he was stressed, so he didn't do much. He laid in the bed all day, that pressure, but he got sore as fuck. So he went to the hospital. Like, doctor, tell me what I got to do. He said, son, you got to move if you want that pressure so to improve. You got to get out the bed. You're in the wheelchair. You're not dead. You're in the wheelchair. You're not dead. You're in the wheelchair. You're not dead. To get out the bed, go to therapy, learn how to do pressure relief. Then when you leave, when you out in the street, remember what you learned, especially when you feeling that pressure. Feeling my bone, feeling my beat, feeling that night when I'm out in the street, feeling when I roll. Feeling in my soul, I feel it coming. Can't let it take control. Your head don't connect it to your thigh bone. Your thigh bone connected to your tailbone. Now there's a few places that you could get up your hips, so you know, like get batters, protect these skin, it's all that matters. Action home tenant, they gon' get fed, live them in the high, tell them that you feelin' that pressure. Feelin' my phone, feelin' my feet, feelin' that rain, when I'm out in the street, feelin' when I roll, feelin' my soul, I feel it coming, get let it take control. I'm connected to you, backbone, it's loud, I'm connected to you, headbone, your headbone connected to you, footbone, your footbone connected to you, Listen, I ain't no doctor, I ain't no therapist, where I speak from is experience. I had a stage 2 back in 99, but I got rid of it and now I'm doing just fine. But it took a long time, I couldn't go nowhere, had to stay in my chair, had to lay on my stomach, had to lay on my side, had to lay prone, but it could have been worse for me. I'm lucky I ain't need flat surgery, now I tell you this urgently, the skin's in a state of emergency, so check this, check it, make sure you check it, take your time and thoroughly inspect it, do it right now, right, listen to this record, listen to the message, especially if you're feeling that pressure. Feeling my phone, feeling my
Top waters, how retire your shoe? Get out the way with you. This is real.
I need everybody to do this. Clap.
Yeah.
Gotta touch the beat,
Four
right?
wheels. Four wheels.
Look,
You think you can beat me? Go ahead and roll in my shoes. Push yourself around every time that you move. Run out of money, from paying your dues, and then try acting like you got something to prove. Everything to gain, nothing to lose. Get shot by your cousin in your own room, and then have a doctor tell you that you never gonna walk. And the best part about it, it wasn't your fault. Then the hospital, the rehabilitation, 6 months of hard work and total concentration. The meditation on top of medication, and see yourself function. Use your imagination. The people treat you like you're sitting down for fun. You don't wanna walk or you wouldn't love to run. But then when they say they wouldn't trade places with you, ask them how come the phone. They wanna know about the wheelchair life. They wanna know how a brother make it. Yeah, if you think that you can take it, I'ma put you in my shoes. Let's see if you can tie your laces. They wanna know about the wheelchair life. They wanna know how a brother make it. Yeah, if you think that you can take it, I'ma put you in my shoes. Let's see how you can say I shouldn't talk. I say you shouldn't talk. Tell me what would you do if you couldn't move but you walk? Or do you wanna trade places? I put you in my shoes. Let's see if you can tie your laces. Imagine we exchange places. I get up, you sit down, I push you around. Have people look at you up and down like, damn, I wonder what happened to him. Then when you tell them they feel sorry for you, wanna open up the door in your building lobby for you. They just wanna shake their body for you, wanna get your money off you, so you gotta back them off you. And every day you go through something awful, making wishes you could walk in at that bullet never caught you. But then when they say they wouldn't trade places with you, come on, ask them how come the phone. They wanna know about the wheelchair life. They wanna know how a brother make it. Yeah, if you think that you can take it, I'ma put you in my shoes. Let's see if you can tie your laces. They wanna know about the wheelchair life. They wanna know how a brother make it. Yeah, if you think that you can take it, I'ma put you in my shoes. Let's see if you can tie your laces. 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 I'ma put you in my shoes. Look, I'ma put you in my shoes. I'ma put you in my shoes.
it's been a while since you heard it. Maybe she want to hear it again. Yeah.
Check.
Look, when I got shot, I was only 17. Never seen so many tears roll down my mom's cheek. Though back at the time, I told her not to cry. I didn't realize her only son almost died. The hospital finished, was scared to come home. I was afraid, I ain't want people to see me this way. I shed tears on lonely nights, and mama was always there to hold me tight. And even though it was a different setting, same drama when things went wrong, I called mama. I remember up in rehab, it was hell, sitting in the chair, messing on myself. I know some people might wanna laugh, but no, mama had to wipe my ass one day. It crept up on me, that's right. Mama put the rag to my backside. And even though that stuff sting, mama, you still made sure my was clean, mama. I finally understand for a woman it ain't easy trying to raise a man who can't stand. You always was committed, even when jazz passed. Ma, tell me how you did it. There's no way I can pay you back, but my plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated. Yeah, don't you know I love you, sweet lady? Place no one above you, sweet lady. Don't you know I love you? Look, now everybody know it wasn't fair. No love for my cousin, cause the coward wasn't there. He ran away and I didn't cry, cause my anger made me want to treat him like a stranger. I need to forgive him, but all along I was looking for my family and he was gone. I laid around with the girls, cause even though they stuck up, they showed the young player love. After a while, started really learning. Yup, I had to catch up, so I started burning. But I ain't guilty, cause even though I did that, I finished school and you proud that I didn't stop. I love to make you smile, love to make you proud. And if I didn't before, yo, I'ma thank you now. Cause when I got shot, you was there for me and never left me alone because you cared for me. A single parent all alone working 2 jobs with 3 kids, a grandson, but we never stopped. Always screaming that independent Christian and go inside their head cause sometimes they don't listen. And all the things you've been through on your own, ma, I understand why you wanna be alone, ma, but there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated. Don't you know I love you, sweet lady? Place no one above you, sweet lady. Don't you know? Yeah. Kinda hard, like, yeah. All that time. Let's talk about this money. Let's go. Look, I can work, I can dream. Look, I can work, I can dream. I can work, I can dream. I can work, I can dream. I can be so mainstream. I can work, I can dream. I can be so mainstream. Let's talk about this money. Yo, check this out, look this here. Trying to get mine, trying to get yours. Got a little money, but I'm trying to get more without breaking the law or breaking your jaw. Got big dreams trying to see come true. Wanna be mainstream just like you. Wanna be worldwide just like Snoop. That's why I just did a song with Snoop. Gotta spit this for the people who been through the same things I've been through. Just need a deal or a loan or two. Be back when they feed and help me get through. Man, I'm tired of check to check. That's why I'm out here trying to invest in myself and make connects. And show I still got self-respect. So before you doubt, hear me out. Uncle Sammy, I'm calling you out. It's the last thing I'm about to be in the drought. It's enough to make a roll of us clear the shots. Let's go. Yo, I can work, I can dream. I can work, I can dream. Look, I can work, I can dream. Look, I can work, I can dream. I can be so mainstream. I can work, I can dream. I can be so mainstream. I can work, I can dream. Look, I can work, I can dream. Look, I can work, I can dream. Come on in the world. See, survives my reality, so I don't need your pity or your charity. I'm worthy and able to become financially stable. Look, poverty is no vanity, so don't mess with me profanities. Or no more Benjamins from the pawn shop. Bank of America, my first stop, so count me in, count me up. Land of the free, we need more bread to get ahead, cause the status quo is like being dead, so it's give credit, give me a chance. I'm ready to do the money dance. I said I'm ready to do the money dance. I said I'm ready to do the money dance. Dance with me, y'all, and let's talk about this. Yo, let's go. I can work, I can dream. Look, I can work, I can dream. I can be so mainstream. I can work, I can be so mainstream. I can be so mainstream.
Hi everyone, I'm Mar. You may know me from the Merry Rockers, but over the course of the COVID-19 pandemic, I got together with 2 of my best friends, Aaron Nigel Smith and Tubby Love, to collaborate on a really special project. We are called the Vibe Catchers, and we are releasing the music video for our debut single, Reggae-Ability. We hope that this video promotes our mission of inclusion and showing love in all of its forms. Please share this video. We would like to take the time to thank everyone who voted for the Merry Rockers in the Disability Unite Got Talent contest and the entire committee. In particular, Elizabeth, Matt, and Cheyenne, who have always believed in us and helped us to pursue our dreams. Enjoy the video and catch a vibe!
You gonna do? Dance to the beat. Check it. I used to bury my truth inside, try to hide from the feelings in my mind that say you're not enough the way you are. But when the reggae rhythm drops, I feel like a superstar. Feel my heartbeat, move my body in time. What a joy to hear the Rasta rhymes. We all are light, we all are love, we all are one. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati.
Sit. When I hear that rockers beat, I get up off my seat and I move my feet. I'm not afraid to be myself. Take my worries and my cares and put them on the shelf. If I stumble or I frown, I repeat, turn it around. I bet if you give it a try, you'll find you got
Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati.
It don't matter who you are or what you look like. Reggae music give everyone a good vibe. Black, white, yellow, or purple, nobody minds when you're rocking to the rhythm in time. Yeah, getting the feeling, come turn it up to the ceiling. The reggae music so healing in positivity dealing. So if you need an uplift, it don't really take a lot. Raise up your voice, everybody's got
Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati. Reggae Bilati.
Hey, this is Question coming at you from East Point, Atlanta, Georgia. First off, wanted to shout out everybody who's helping put on this conference, man. Much love to Disability Unite. I'm so excited to be here. I appreciate you guys so much. Wanted to let you guys know a little bit about how I use my platform to represent for people with disabilities and to spread the message. I think it's a very important market. I think it's a very important time for people with disabilities, and we have a lot of people paying attention to us right now, and we need to make use of this. So every day I try to advocate and I try to be a catalyst and an example through my successes and through the platforms that I'm given. So again, much appreciation to you guys, and I hope you enjoy all of the performers. Yeah. Okay, let's tap into it. They love the way we freestyle, they love the way we moving. When it comes to all this rapping, they see that we one of the coolest. So let me go and prove it. I told them I'ma do it. See, just I am that blind man shining. They love the way we rhyming. We coming in and we rushing in and we sticking the perfect timing. So honestly, we feeling awesome. Look how we ballin'. Ain't no way they could stop it. We got no time for the stalling. So just sit back and listen, no pausing. And when it comes to this, I do the job just like the bosses. So please don't try no cross-ups. I'ma keep on winning, doing it different, bringing my friends in, trying to get these ends in. Look at how we get this. I'ma kill the beat until it's finished, and I'm never running out of energy. I just replenish. Look at the way that we spit this, doing it to the beginning. I'ma come in and just fix it. You know that this is my mission. Yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Josh Keller and I am a artist, veteran, blogger, and a C4 quadriplegic. I was injured back in 2017, and when I got out of the hospital about a year later, I started a blog to process my own life and injuries and just keep loved ones updated. I started adding artwork and custom graphics and animations about a year and a half ago, and it's kind of evolved into what my blog is today. My little Life Keeps Rolling community decided that I was worth being part of this competition, and I am extremely honored to represent the disabled art community in any aspect. I hope that you enjoy the artwork as much as I have enjoyed making it, and yeah, just remember, life keeps rolling.
Aussie Girl. The head of a dog with big blue eyes, black, gray, and white fur faces forward in front of a baby blue background. The dog has a big black nose and folded ears, and its mouth is open in a smiling manner with its tongue hanging out between two lower teeth. A ring of colorful flowers surrounds the neck of the dog. Ribbons. A self-portrait of the artist. We see a man facing us sitting in a manual wheelchair with a black sweater and olive green pants. Their face is covered with multicolored military ribbons. In the background is a green circle, which is encircled by a black border. Bonnie and Clyde. A man dressed in a gray suit kisses a woman who is dressed in a flowing black, ankle-length dress. The woman drops a revolver from her hand. In the background, we see a classic vintage silver car with black wheels and red rims. The whole image is set against a purple background. City lights. Set against a cityscape with a purple sky which covers the top portion of the image, a man looking at his phone sits cross-legged on a bench in front of what appears to be a passing bus or train. The man, the bench, and the streetlight, which shines directly above him, are all in gray and black tones. In the background, we see the tall blue and purple skyscrapers with many pale yellow shining windows. Several twinkling lights and flying birds are shown surrounding the top semicircle of a full moon and an airplane. Float on. Several large and small irregular-shaped rocks float over a purple and blue galaxy-styled background with a large star in the middle. Large orbs of pink light shine in the sky. One orb illuminates a woman who stands on a flat rock in the lower left corner. Her arms are stretched back behind her as she faces the largest floating rock in front of her on the image's right side. Above her are two other rocks which have green grass and branches growing on it. Life behind bars. The image takes a first-person point of view as we gaze out over the handlebars of a black and white motorcycle being held by two hands appearing from the left and right sides of the image. Dark green trees extend in front on our left and right, while directly in front of us are small purple mountains below a large purple sky with many small stars. Newton's Cradle. 5 silver pendulums hang side by side in front of a galaxy background with shades of dark blue, purple, and a cluster of orange in the upper right corner. The pendulum on the far left tilts diagonally as if in motion, while the remaining 4 to its right hang vertically. In the lower left corner, we see a purple planet with a small star rising from behind it. Nightcap. We gaze down into a white coffee mug, and within we see a black, gray, and brown mocha swirl with small stars in the black color, and a white crescent moon in the very center of the swirl. The cup itself is surrounded by a blue background. Smoke break. The black silhouette of a solitary soldier standing on a military tank. The soldier is holding a rifle, and in the background we see mountains and the yellow and orange colors of the sun below the horizon beneath a blue sky. Up on one, a white and brown bulldog stands on its hind legs on the seat of a yellow and black motorcycle. The bulldog holds the handlebars while the motorcycle rises up to rest only on its rear tire with its front tire up in the air. The bulldog and the motorcycle are in front of a brown and purple gradient with tree silhouettes shown within, and the surrounding background is black.
Hello, my name is Matthew Herrera, teenage boy with glasses, curly short hair, and braces. I am very glad and honored to be performing at this special event. To me, disability pride means that you are proud of who you are. It means that you embrace your abilities. One of the things that has helped me, and I'm sure many others, is the arts. The arts have created so many windows for people with disabilities to express themselves and show how they feel. The arts are one of the few things in this world that are universal. So we use the uniting power of the arts to be here at the Disability Unite Festival. The piece that we'll be performing today is If the World Only Knew by Scott Evan Davis. I ask that you listen to the lyrics and think about what they mean to you. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of this event.
Every day seems like the day before, keeping to myself, but wanting so much more. I can be a painter or in the Hall of Fame. I can almost hear them calling out my name. But when people look at me, that's not what they see. If the world only knew what I could do, they would be astounded. If the world only knew what I could do, I would be surrounded. If the world only knew what I could do, maybe I'd be free. If they could see there's so much more in me. I put up my guard to deal with fear. When things get too hard, then I disappear. I wish that I could tell them and make them understand. Being different wasn't something I had planned. But when people look at me, they don't want to see. If the world only knew what I could do, I would be respected. If the world only knew what I could do, I would not be rejected.
introducing myself. I like to.
Autumn, will you stop being so dramatic? Ugh.
Okay, let me try again. More, less dramatic. Okay, here we go again. Hi, I'm introducing myself. My name is Autumn Weaver. My name sign Autumn, same sign as a Elsa sandwich for fall season because I have a same name as Autumn. So Autumn, that's my name sign. Autumn, like fall season, Autumn. So I'm from small farm town here in Iowa. Yes, we have a lot of corn, and of course, when everybody come visit here, all they smell is cow poop. And I was born profoundly deaf. That means I was born full 100% deaf. The reason why I'm deaf because I don't have the hair cell to help carry the sound to my brain. So that's why at age of 3, I got cochlear implant. I'm so excited for my Disabled Unite competition for best disabled artist. But must try to get people vote for me. Okay, I'll use my chatty mind trick on people. Okay, I'll use my voice. People, please vote for me now. Vote, 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 vote. Heather, 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 listen. Please vote for Autumn Weaver now for the Disabled Unite. Vote.
I gotta vote. I gotta vote.
Vote. I won! Yes! Now I'm involved in Disabled United Festival. Yes! Thank you. What being a part of this disability community means to me. Why? Because we all use our voice to help support each other and help to educate regular people about art disabled, and we help each other to strengthen our more accessibility and share our passion like art, music, acting, cooking, sport, can be anything. So we use that our disability as our strength to show we can be part of this too. How can this community bring people together? Well, we have accessibility. For example, we finally have caption and interpret what deaf people at museum and art museum, different kind of museum, and at art museum, I finally see, wow, they have headphone with the audio visual description for blind people so they can enjoy the art museum, which I think is wonderful thing. So yeah, make all world more accessibility to deaf, blind, and many disability people in wheelchair too. Why? Because we too love art and we will be part of that. What does disability pride mean to me? It means we don't use our disability as our crutches or weakness. No, we think of our disability as our superpower. We use that to show we can do anything. For example, art is for everyone in the world. Of course, anything is possible. For example, I have a friend who have no arms. Use a paintbrush. How? Melt. Paint. Using melt, hold the paintbrush. Paint beautiful art. Anything is possible. We all can do it too, as long as we are included. How can art be more accessible for disability? Well, they do have headphones for audio description for blind people. They got that. And they do have accessible for wheelchair people. They have ramps. I see that at museum. But for deaf, yes, we have visual, yes. But sometimes not all places have interpret for tour. But I have a good idea. If they want to save money for interpret service, how about this? Use tablet. Give it to deaf people. Tablet or have like screen or something. Have interpret, like make a video of yourself interpret, telling about each art, like using some kind of like, I don't know, Bluetooth or whatever. So deaf people walk around in the art museum, and every picture have like some kind of like connection, like automatically interpret appear on the tablet, telling what this art, and start blah 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 ramble on about this art, and then next one. So I think that would be cool if they do that. I don't know, just thought of something like that would help save interpret. Well, because we don't have a lot of interpret here today, so I thought tablet will help a lot. So, what I like to do, I am in love with the art. The art is my life. What, for example, I like to do drawing. Do not move. Do not move. No. Bad, 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 bad. No, move. Almost done. Done. Beautiful. You beautiful model. Yes, it is you. Look like you. Beautiful, right?
What is that?
Love to paint too. Beautiful. Come on. Memphis shit. And I like to do wood burning. And also, I love to wood burn, trying art on wood. Yeah! Burn, baby, burn! Yes.
It's unplugged.
Whoops, it unplugged. My bad. I love coming to library research on history of art, different modern art.
Ma'am, you're in the wrong section. Would you like me to show you the art section?
Yes, where? Over there.
Yes.
I mean, wrong section. Thank you. What we have here, it's receiver art. Was he my pleasure? This is a picture of three skull gangsters. This is the horse in the Wild West. It is Skull in the Old Sea. Picture of Harry Potter and all people. Picture of three witches and spells. Picture of an enchantress with a black hat. Drawing of jigsaw. Drawings of mimes. Paintings of mid-century modern. Drawings of a Chucky Cedar doll. Drawing of a mermaid sitting on a shore. Drawings of Leatherface. Drawing of voodoo dolls. Drawings of a bee and honeycomb. Drawings of a rabbit in a forest. Drawing of fortune teller and cards. Drawings of a rabbit with fortune teller in a mirror. Paintings of a boat. Drawing of a circus man on tightrope. Drawing of an angel. Painting of seahorse. Thank you for watching.
Yo, this is Revolt. This piece is entitled Die Quietly, aka Polite Genocide. Hey, crippled man, no one wants to hear your plea, so stop making a fuss and go die quietly. Hey, crippled man, no one wants to hear your plea, so stop making a fuss and go die quietly. Non-profit parasites are bleeding my life. Hazmat bureaucrats that look me dead in the eye to deny me all the services I need to survive. Amazed at how they're keeping it all compartmentalized. Buried down deep inside, the hopelessness is like a locus cyanide. You notice this? The focus is on personal gain. Your career is your aim. You try to think of us as numbers so we all look the same. We just a couple of stats, some inspirational facts to pad your ego and get you funds for your philanthropist grants. You pretend to care and take an ethical stance. But when we asked you all for help, all we get is the cans. So we can never advance. Always be running on max while you pull another muscle to pat yourself on the back and say, hey, crippled man, no one wants to hear your play. So stop making a fuss and go die quietly. Hey, crippled man, no one wants to hear your play. So stop making a fuss and go die quietly. The ADA is unenforced. They don't want to, of course. Half of the homeless are disabled, evicted by force through the police and the courts. Have special needs get ignored, but don't worry, PG&E is here to cut off your life support. Living on the bottom floor. Still, I can't get a ramp to go up a few steps, crawling on my knees and hands. The system is rigged, we don't stand a chance. It's a polite genocide while the bureaucrats chant. Hey, crippled man, no one wants to hear your plea. So stop making a fuss and go die quietly. Hey, crippled man, no one wants to hear your plea. So stop making a fuss and go die quietly. Letters unanswered for months. You think that it's fair though, fighting for places to sleep. You fly to Rio de Janeiro for another vacation, so no help remains. The board of directors hides their contacts, so no one complains. But if they found it out, wrote a letter to Mayor Breed, it would get returned to sender with a message that reads, And crippled man, no one wants to hear your plea. So stop making a fuss and go die quietly. And crippled man, no one wants to hear your plea. So stop making a fuss. Stop making a fuss. And go die quietly.
Hi, I'm Silas. I am 10 years old. I live in Brooklyn. I'm an artist.
Subway colors. Brightly painted people of different colors and different facial expressions are seen from the waist up standing in a subway. Some of them have upset faces while others have angry faces, and the figures are colored in various shades of yellow, purple, and green. All of the figures are crowded together side by side, and many are holding onto a handle above them. The last figure on the far left and the far right are each only partially seen. Subway train. A black and white drawing showing many people of different sizes and genders standing crowded closely together. They wear a variety of clothing styles, and many are holding onto a handle above them. The last figure on the far left and the far right are each only partially seen. Diary. A crowd of people moving towards the right side of the image, their faces and hands are painted yellow, and they wear clothes of different colors. Many are holding a book or paper. Several pieces of paper float in the air above them. At the top of the painting, the word diary is written with 3 large exclamation marks and circled in a black line, which is the shape of a speech bubble. Green crowd. Several rows of people of different sizes and wearing different types of clothes are drawn in green. Many people hold one or both hands up in the air while others hold signs. Running kids. This black and white drawing of a group of children is drawn with long curved lines. Many of the children have a frightened expression and wave their hands about. Most people's legs are in action, running. A New York City drawing. This is a watercolor pen drawing. On this watercolor pen drawing's upper left corner, the words New York City are written out in green. Under the words, a shape of the New York State map is colored green with a smiley face on it. On the left, the Statue of Liberty, also colored in green with red and yellow for the fire of her torch, is drawn under the map. On the drawing's right side, the Empire State Building is drawn in shade of brown and gray. The crowd. This abstract watercolor painting depicts a diverse group of a crowd of people. The browns, dark nudes, and white faces and bright red are the primary colors, with blues, yellows, and black accents.
Silas's City by my friend Elijah Factor. To the healthcare workers healing, to the cleaners cleaning, to the teachers teaching, to the feeders feeding, to the deliverers delivering, to the entertainers phone filming, to the drag queens lip syncing, to the police and prisoners, bureaucrats and governors, techies and tricksters, firefighters and fixers, mobster saints, flingers of paint, butchers and bakers and candlesticks makers, movers and shakers and renegade Quakers. To those out of work who have not gone berserk, and those who might have gone a little berserk. To the kids and their people, and everyone who makes our beloved New York City from, thank you. Our flame still burns bright, as evident in this wonderful picture by Silas Reigns!
Please enjoy this painting by Disability Unite Got Talent winner, Mackenzie Smith. This drawing is of the top portion of a large red rose, angled to our left, is depicted against the off-white cream of the painting's background. The painting is realistic and complex in its attention to the details of shape, color, and light. At least 5 layers of rose petals encircle the rose. Each layer unfurls organically in irregular degrees. The center layer of petals is the tightest. The petals at the center tightly touch each other.
The next layer slightly opens, with each subsequent exterior layer increasingly opening with an increased width. The edges of the petals on the most exterior layer bend, unfurling not only open, but arch completely backwards. Each petal is depicted in detail. The petals have several tonalities of red, some with a brighter color illuminated by a light source, and in most cases, the color of the petal gets increasingly darker closer to the petal's edge. The green stem of the rose similarly has detailed colors. The 3 green leaves are colored in realistic shades of greens and browns.
Hi, my name is Marina Toplina. I am an artist, a disability advocate, and a scholar. I am a Russian-born white woman with short brown hair, which is cut on an angle, with the hair on my right side cut really short and the hair on my left side cut almost down to my shoulders, pretty much at my shoulder. I have large red glasses on, a loose, flowy, flowery print shirt, and large hoop earrings that say decolonize medicine. I am based in Lenape-Hoking, or Brooklyn, New York, the ancestral, present, and future lands of the Lenape people. Behind me is an image of a soft-bodied puppet with 6 pairs of hands supporting and animating it. As an artist who has lived with a non-apparent disability since I was 2 years old, I believe the arts are transformative. They allow us to experience and understand our bodies, minds, and histories outside of the disease model of medicine, and instead embrace our disabilities as sources of insight, knowledge, and wisdom. I am so pleased to share with you one of the 2021 Disability Unite Got Talent contest winners, Logan Lyman. Incredible as it may sound, Logan is self-taught since age 2. I hope you enjoy his artistry as much as I have. Please enjoy this moment, and congratulations, Logan.
Climate change is real. More floods, more rain, more hurricanes. How do we care for the environment and disabled people? During Hurricane Sandy, I was trapped in my apartment for 5 days without electricity and fresh water. What is the emergency plan for disabled people? Being on the beach makes you feel less isolated and depressed. How do I get there on my own? I understand that New York City's disabled communities were not part of the comprehensive waterfront planning conversation. I deeply feel that the plan misses equity, a key word in the plan. Due to the absence of New York City's cross-disability communities. All New York City agencies must do better. Disabled people are the largest oppressed group across race, gender, age, and class, period. We are further harmed by unhealthy water and no direct access to the water. I want to be in the water too. I can't move in the sand, but like to sit in it. I'm angry that cities can put bicycles, revels everywhere, but won't provide access to or on the beach for people in wheelchairs or who use sticks or walkers. Disabled people are the largest oppressed group across race, gender, age, and class, period. We are further harmed by unhealthy water and no direct access to water. Being on the beach makes me feel less isolated and depressed. How do I get there on my own? We are the most neglected, like the water. I am a disabled Black trans femme. I love going to the beach, to touch the water, to touch the land. But there is no direct access for me to get there. The lack of accessibility has trapped me 2 times. Both times I was beaten up. I understand that New York City's disabled communities were not part of the comprehensive waterfront planning conversation. I deeply feel that the plan misses equity, a key word in the plan, due to the absence of New York City's cross-disability communities. All New York City agencies must do better. More accessible access in nature. My wheelchair gets stuck in the sand. The beach wheelchairs are only available at a few beaches and always broken. I want to choose where I want to go. What am I supposed to do? Get carried or crawl on the hot sand to the water?
Hey everybody, I'm Zoe Hart. I'm a short white woman with a round face, straight black bangs, big eyes, and blue screen glasses. Sometimes I have a messy ponytail, but right now I've got my hair just kind of at my shoulders. I'm wearing a sleeveless denim jumpsuit. Less visibly, I'm an interdisciplinary artist with hypermobility. I have a very tricky immune system, and I am the director of Art Beyond Sight's Art and Disability Residency Cohort. Weaving our work together behind me is a big, tangly, woven net made from neon orange, what we call access orange, rope, and thread. It's a social sculpture that I wove, wore, and co-tangled with Kira Bono, Simone Johnson, and many other rad folks who attended Moira's Crypt Fleet's Disability Cabaret on a Boat at the Waterfront Museum earlier this month. There's no experience quite like nestling into the beautiful and ever-tangly web that is the disability arts community. COVID has been a tiny taste for the world at large of what life is like when our access, health, and well-being depends on the care of our communities. Being in community with disabled artists helps me keep an eye on how to practice, perform, and give shape to care, always noticing the spaces where we can be well in our environments, with our bodies, and with one another. Towards dreaming and creating more intimately accessible spaces, I'm honored to share my own work as an artist in residence at Tending the Edge with Works on Water with Moira. It's about New York's access map to the waterfront, which is behind the orange net over my shoulder. Waterfront access mapping is the name of the piece, and it's a way of reimagining accessible waterfronts as we wayfind by, for, and with disabled bodies. How accessible are New York City's waterfront access points? If you have a story, experience, or dream of getting to and being with water around a city, I hope you'll check out my work and participate however you choose to at the link that'll be provided on the Project Access for All website. Thanks again to Disability Unite and to everybody performing, supporting, and tuning in this weekend. Thanks for the opportunity to share a bit about my work and story. And with that, I'm pleased to introduce this next work by Kevin D'Ambrosio, a motivational speaker, storyteller, actor, and comedian. As Kevin says, traditionally, disability is placed in the corners and shadows of our culture, yet there is a rich, multi-layered story in each one of us. Some of us feel the weight inside, some of us wear it on the outside, and some of us attempt to disguise the truth out of fear for a while, but we never get to escape the truth that has been given to us. With that, here is the work of Disability Unite crowdsourced artist winner, Kevin D'Ambrosio.
I was the perfect person to be present in that moment. I was at a clothing rack in a department store, and a mother, closely followed by her adult son, walked by. He has a soccer uniform on, and he's wearing a medal, and they settle on a rack a couple over from me. I notice he has a Special Olympics medal, and I stare. I stare some more. The mother notices, shoots me a glare, looks at the medal, looks up at her son and says, "Take that off, it looks stupid." As he takes the medal off, I watch the pride erase from his face, and an expression of familiar confusion arises. I'm familiar with that confusion. The mother's anger, I understand that too. Some people may be quick to blame the mother in this instance, but I don't, because I know all that she's up against. I ignored every impulse to walk right over to them. I was the perfect person to be present in that moment, yet I did nothing. He was doing something I couldn't do. He was wearing his medal out in public. Like everyone, I used to love to hear my name being announced and receive the medal around my neck after I won a race. But I would take my Special Olympics medal off as soon as I got to my car because I didn't want anyone on the outside to see it. It's just one of the many things I did to protect myself from being stared at. I don't look like someone with a physical disability until someone notices. It's hard being just stared at. Emotions just flood in. Anger used to come up a lot because it always feels like a judgment. What have I done to feel someone's judgment? Been born in this body? As a person with a physical disability, mine being cerebral palsy, I don't want to look any more disabled than I already am. A friend says a disability isn't a disability until it meets an environment. When I was 10, I grabbed one of my new medals, I put it in my backpack, and I headed to school. Word got around that I was in a competition over the previous weekend, and I had won. Teachers were congratulating me. One teacher even said, "Listen out for a special announcement over the loudspeaker." Emotions flooded in. It felt elating, yet horrifically dreadful. The announcement came up. The kids congratulated me. It happened so fast, I don't even think I heard the word special. Maybe nobody else did. Kids asked me follow-up questions, to which I said, yeah, I was in a competition that was kind of like the Junior Olympics. I don't recall my medal leaving my backpack that day. You know why I didn't go up to the mother and son? Because I told myself that they wouldn't believe that I was in the Special Olympics, and they would accuse me of teasing them and lying. And I would be the one left standing there looking stupid. You know what it would have cost me to go over to them? Letting go of my ego. My ego that has built a wall around me while simultaneously beating me up behind it. My ego that for decades convinced me to hide the truth of my experiences by making jokes about my experiences. I think a lot about the mother and the son and what it would have been like had I just acted off my first impulse and gone over them. I would have told them that I am proud of the both of them and how awesome that medal looks, because I too am in the Special Olympics. I was the perfect person to be present in that moment. But I wasn't perfect that day. I didn't need to be. I just needed to tell my truth. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kevin Valens. I'm a white male with brown hair wearing a pretty sweaty black t-shirt because I just worked out, but that's not why I'm here to talk to you today. I'm here to talk to you about sports, arts, and culture, and how they are all great ways for people to learn and grow and connect with each other. They're activities that bring us closer together as a community. Not only do these activities make life more fun and enjoyable, They also support the development of skills that could be helpful for employment and other life skills. We at Hidden Summit are so glad to join organizations like the Special Olympics and Disability Unite, who also support communities in both the work and play aspects of life. Now, without further ado, I am proud to introduce some of the Special Olympic athletes of New York State who will compete nationally next year. Join me as we go behind the scenes and surprise these athletes with the news. Good luck to all the athletes, and go Team New York.
Been waiting for a call. I have? I didn't know that.
Hey, how are ya? What's going on here? I don't know.
I've heard a lot about you, but there's another reason for this call because somebody else has heard a lot about you too.
So you were selected as an alternate for USA Games, right?
Right. And we have a little bit of a surprise for you today as a result.
Whereas Kayla McKeon has consistently made possible that which many believed to be impossible.
What you don't know is that we had our random draw that 105 athletes will be selected or have been selected.
Yeah.
Okay. And whoever wins goes to USA Games.
Get out, no.
Get out of here.
Or you go to USA Games because you qualified.
I'm going to Disney.
Woohoo! Surprise!
Seriously, I'm going to Disney.
Justin, I think we have a surprise for you. Justin, you're
Well, hi, everybody. My name is John Bramblett, and welcome to my studio outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. And I'm a non-visual visual painter, which means I'm a blind artist. And I'm actually sitting next to one of my paintings right now. It's on an easel. It's a 24-inch by 30-inch canvas, and it's a close-up painting of a lady's face, and she's wearing glasses. Now, her face takes up almost 3/4 of the painting. It starts at the top where it goes about halfway from her forehead, and then all the way down to her chin. But one of the striking things about this lady is that she has these really thick braids, and I always paint with crazy colors, really bright colors, and her braids are a lot of blue and purple just interwoven. She's wearing round sunglasses, and in her sunglasses there's a picture of Rosie the Riveter being reflected in it. So it's actually two, for each lens there's a Rosie the Riveter. And if you're not familiar with Rosie, she's a sort of a propaganda picture from World War II, and it's this lady wearing a red bandana and with little white polka dots, and she's putting her right arm up like she's making a muscle. She's showing how strong she is, and it's a we can do it sort of attitude, and I just love that. The lady's face, it's a lot of peach sort of colors and pinks, oranges. Her lips are hot pink and red. There's a lot of burnt sienna, which is sort of a brown color, kind of an orangey brown color. Going along her neck is a lot more of those colors, but there's more purple and deeper magenta, sort of deeper red colors going along her neck. And then the background is a really vivid bright green, just so that it's complementary to the other colors. And whenever you use complementary colors like this, it makes things really pop. So all the colors in her face are really extremely bright, and then the background is bright too. And I drew this, like I do most of my paintings, with a really heavy black line. And not only do I think that looks good, I have an illustrative sort of background. I used to do illustrations before I lost my eyesight. But also the paint that I paint with, that I draw with, it's a tactile sort of paint, so I can touch it. And that's sort of a rubbery kind of feeling for me. So all these black lines are really help me with my technique of being able to paint. And then I mix other mediums in with the paint as well, so that each color feels different when it's wet. So I can make the white really thick. I can make green really runny. So all the colors actually feel different. So whenever someone looks at a painting of mine, they, of course, they see the difference in the colors visually, but whenever I'm working on the painting, I can touch and feel the color because every color feels different. So that's what I use. But once the paint dries, all of it feels pretty much the same. And especially once the painting's completely dry and I varnish it, then all the tacky sort of rubbery kind of feelings and all that stuff I put in there kind of go away. But there's still a lot of texture. And if you were to sitting here next to me and you were to feel this painting, you could actually feel the lines on her lips and along her face and her braids. There's some nice thick texture to feel. So this one is actually a lot of fun to feel. One of the wonderful things that I like about art is that art is absolutely for everyone. We call it the visual art, but that's really a misnomer. Vision doesn't have a whole lot to do with art. All art is, including painting, the visual arts like this, it's expression, it's communication from one person to another. It's a very extremely honest way to be able to say what we're thinking, what we're feeling, all of our emotions, and share it with everyone. And a painting like this is just a form of communication. It's a way for me to say what I'm thinking and I'm feeling. And, whenever I first lost my eyesight, I felt extremely disconnected from everybody. I felt very alone. Even though I had wonderful people in my life, I had people that believed in me, even in a time when I didn't believe in myself. Artwork gave me a vehicle. It gave me a way of expressing myself, of reconnecting with everyone. Art became my way of seeing the world, and also being able to communicate and tell everybody what I was feeling, what I was thinking on the inside. And that is one of the brilliant things about art, is that it's all, it's for any ability, any disability. Language doesn't matter. Art crosses all borders. It crosses all belief systems. It crosses time even. You see a painting that was 2,000 years ago, and it can still touch you, and you can feel it, and what the artist was saying. And I think that's just a beautiful thing. And when it comes to disability, and when it comes to people that have something to say, art just goes hand in hand. I mean, if you walk into any museum anywhere in the world, most of the artwork there is actually being done by people that have disabilities. And, the only difference is in the past, it was hidden. People didn't talk about the disabilities or the problems or the challenges that they might have been facing. And thankfully, in most places, in many places, that's changing. And we're seeing disability for what it is. It's not a setback. It's not, it's not a terrible necessarily thing that's going to keep you down for your entire life. It's just challenges that need to be met. So it's a different way of thinking about things and looking at things. So most of the artwork in these museums are done by people that are meeting challenges, and a lot of them are disabilities. But the reason that's so is because art, like I said, is communication. And who needs to communicate more than people that have something to say? And if you've had a challenge in your life, if you've been faced with a disability or a limitation in some way, then of course you're going to have a lot to say. And that's why a lot of people with that tend to go into artwork. So artwork has always been this wonderful vehicle for people that aren't afraid to face a challenge, that aren't afraid to face a disability and are working through it. And one of the ways that we can work through it is by painting. The actual act of creating art is so therapeutic. It puts you in the moment. Whenever I'm painting, I'm living brushstroke to brushstroke. I'm not thinking about any problems that I've had in the past. I'm not concerned or worried about anything that might be coming up in the future. I'm living there right for the moment that paint is going onto the canvas, and then for the next moment. So it's very therapeutic in that way. And also, I think it's therapeutic for a society as a whole, because people with disabilities have a lot to say, and I think it's a message that people need to hear. We have a lot of wonderful, positive input to give to society, you know. And so I mean I think it's a positive thing all the way around. But I can't recommend art enough for everyone. And you know, and the other thing is that you don't have to be like a master painter. You don't have to be someone that's gone to school for art for years and years and years and all this sort of stuff to be able to receive the benefit from art. The very moment that you sit down and you start to think about what it is you want to say, and you start thinking about your ideas and what you want to express, and you start working, you get those benefits right from the very beginning, you know, from day one. The longer you do it, you know, the better maybe your technique gets and all this sort of stuff, you know, and you might be more adept at the type of art that you're doing. But the therapeutic value, the worth, all the good that it's giving you is right there from day one. It just continues. So art is just brilliant. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a bit of a fan of it. But so, one of the wonderful things about art for me too is that, you know, I mentioned that I felt very isolated. I felt very alone in the beginning. Art was my way of trying to reach out and connect with people. I had no idea that it would actually work, but it's just been an incredible blessing. I've been able to meet people from all around the world, emails, just meeting people in person, and email's a huge thing. So I've connected with people on a level that I never would have thought that was possible. And it was all because of the art, you know, me opening myself up, and then people seeing that and responding, and them opening themselves up and reaching back out to me. So it's just been a wonderful gift. But I want to wish you the absolute best. You know, get out there and start creating. You know, the more of yourself you put into art, the more that you get out of it. So I wish everybody a very colorful life. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Colton Hill, a blind college student studying computer science who produces music in my spare time under the stage name Exocat. I believe that unity as the disabled community makes us stronger as individuals because it allows us to share experiences that we've encountered and to point others' way who are about to encounter the same experiences. It also allows us to share solutions to problems that we may encounter and to band together to speak out when necessary. The track you're about to hear is called Energy from the 3-track EP Beyond the Surface by Exocat, which you can find on a music service of choice. It was dedicated to a friend of mine from high school who made a long-lasting impression on me. Hope you enjoy.
Deserve to talk to you, 'cause you're the one they all turn their heads to. You're the angel of the town, and usually I feel down, but I don't get any higher than when I'm close to you. You know there's something different about you, some kind of feel that surrounds you. Like a magnet, it's just there, pulling me through the air, and I don't think I've met anybody quite like you. My heart's done exploded, I'm being overloaded by the energy you produce. It's consuming me. Your energy's consuming me. Towards you, but I know it ain't love. I feel like you're some kind of messenger that's sent from above. And I normally wouldn't believe, but you make me conceive that the grace of God and angel wings what you're made of. It seems like you just itch to make the world a better place, and everyone knows your beauty goes far beyond your face. You'll try until you succeed, but you'll never have to bleed, 'cause everything you say carries heavenly grace. My heart's done exploded, I'm being overloaded by the energy you produce. It's consuming me. Your energy's consuming me. queen. Every dirty soul in the world you could clean. Everybody having hard times, doing dark crimes, you unite them all in one wonderful scene. Take a microphone, you run this show. Anything you want, we'll make it so. Anything said with your voice, if it's your choice, is the word of God, for all we know. I'm sorry for how I used to be. I was mean to you, but you were nice to me. And then we tied up those ends, then we became friends. And now I think that you become close to me. So let's go ahead and forget about the past, cause the end of the line is approaching fast. This is my goodbye, so girl, go flying and encase the world in that energy blast. Oh, your energy is consuming me, consuming me.
My name is TJ. I'm an events curator and managing partner of True Bar and Event Spaces in New York City. I'm glad to be joining you all as we celebrate Disability Pride Month. Despite the inability to have in-person gatherings to mark this important month, it's exciting to see the ways in which our community has found new and innovative ways to unite and express itself through arts, music, and culture. For so many disabled folks, the need to find new and innovative ways to create, work, and live is not at all new. It's what we've done our entire lives. Although the passing of the ADA legislation was a historic milestone, we've continued to fight for inclusion and equal access for the last 31 years, a fight that continues today. Accommodations that the disability community has long pursued, such as remote work, were implemented in a fast and strategic manner and found to be not only crucial for our community, but beneficial for all. There is still much work to be done, and it is my hope that in the next year we can build off this progress and growth to engage in new and innovative ways with the world around us. This next segment features performances created during the pandemic by incredible organizations who beat the odds to continue their community work. These performances exemplify the innovative thinking and creativity which got us through the past year and continue the fight for equal rights throughout. As you enjoy these works, consider the ways we can continue to bring this type of creativity as we return to some form of normal. Accommodations like remote work, which were necessary for us all during the pandemic, will still be needed by many within the disability community and should continue to be offered. Let's consider the good we created while acknowledging the level of struggle that our community faced over the past year and how that can be a groundwork for the unimaginable.
I'm Heidi Latsky, the artistic director of Heidi Latsky Dance, and what you're about to see is a compilation of images from our global event On Display Global, which happens every year on December 3rd for the UN's International Day of Persons with Disabilities. This past year, because of the pandemic, we actually did a 24-hour Zoom event with partners NYU, Tisch, Disability Unite, Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts, the Mayor's Office for People with Disabilities, and the UN, and of course my company, Heidi Latsky Dance. And it was such an incredible experience where all people from all over the world could participate that we have decided to continue to do this Zoom event every year. I hope you enjoy it.
There is a world inside of me. There is a whole world inside of me. There is a world inside of me. There is a whole world inside. There is a world inside of me. There is a whole world inside of me. There is a world inside. There is a whole world inside.
Hi, my name is Jeff Tabnick. I wrote the play you're about to watch, The Sound Beneath the Sound. I am a white man in my 40s with a beard wearing a blue cap. Before I wrote this play about a year ago, I was thinking about how quiet the city had become and how I could hear things from my apartment that I'd never heard before. And then when I met these wonderful actors, we talked about how what was going on in our society felt bigger than any one event. It felt like something was going on underneath that was hard to define, but it had a lot to do with human nature. Also, before I started writing, the actors requested that I write something funny, which probably saved the play from being self-indulgent and self-important. We most definitely wrote this play as a community. And now we are so pleased to share The Sound Beneath the Sound.
We need to stop this.
We really don't.
Well, how are things in your apartment today?
Same. How are things in your place?
We need to talk to our upstairs neighbor.
I don't see the rush.
It's been 2 months.
Let her enjoy herself.
Hey, put down that popcorn.
You can hear me eating popcorn?
Everyone can hear you eating popcorn.
That's my favorite part.
Well, I find the vocalizations to be a little distracting, a little dramatic.
Come back.
I need a minute.
I want to do it again.
Just a minute, please.
Now.
Yeah, Lord.
Did you hear that?
I heard nothing. Drink some Gatorade.
Sometimes I hear voices in your apartment.
Again. I want to do it again.
Oh. There. Wait. Giggling.
Let the boy eat a sandwich first.
More giggling. Didn't you hear that? Earlier I could have sworn I heard someone eating popcorn.
I told you.
There's no one in this apartment but us.
I would hope not. We've been going at it for 2 months straight.
And I want to again. I hate the silence.
But the silence, it's not silent.
That's what I hate about it.
Annie?
Someone is saying your name.
No one is here.
I saw a TV show about this.
About what?
Horny ghosts.
You're good for one thing, dum-dum.
Please don't call me dumb twice.
You're good for one thing, dummy.
Thank you.
And you're not doing it.
It's your downstairs neighbor, Linda.
And your other downstairs neighbor, Claire.
Linda and Claire.
You don't need to translate English into English.
Ha! So you can hear them.
Yes, fine. I can hear them.
You know what this is about, Annie?
Oh, it sounds like they're right here.
I don't know what this is about.
This is about the reason you picked up Dum Dum in the first place.
He prefers dummy.
You started to hear it, Annie.
I did not.
Hear what?
Sound beneath the sound.
We hear it too.
Well, we heard it before.
Before you started making all that racket with Loverboy.
Not that we didn't enjoy listening to you.
Though I find your vocalizations to be a little dramatic.
Are you critiquing the noises I make while making love?
Making love.
That's what she calls all that moaning and crowing and mooing.
I do not moo.
You moo.
A little bit.
What are you doing?
I'm listening. This is very interesting.
And look, we've all had a little vacation.
From hearing it,
From hearing what?
You know.
I know nothing.
the sound beneath the sound.
But now this conflict is making me uncomfortable. I should go.
Don't leave me with them.
They're not who you fear. You fear the sound beneath the sound.
It was your fear that made you go outside and pick him up and bring him home.
So reckless.
You didn't even know him.
Or where he'd been.
Or if he was sick.
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm outie.
You're not leaving.
Look, this has been fun, and you have my number, but I haven't been home since August.
Sit!
No!
Yes!
Ow!
What is she doing up there?
She's tying me up!
Being awfully childish.
Remember what we used to call her?
The little child who lives upstairs.
Back when all this felt like a blip and not a trajectory.
The parties without masks every weekend.
She couldn't cook food without the smoke detector going off.
And the TV on all day.
Endless distractions.
And then a few weird weeks of silence.
Like she ran out of distractions.
Or got tired of them.
And then I think she heard it.
And fled and brought home Dummy.
She's tied me up and gone into the bedroom. Oh, she's looking for something. I can hear her.
Why are you hopping around?
I am looking for something to cut myself free. Since she might kill me, will you answer a question before I die?
Make it a good one.
How can we all hear each other so clearly if we're in different apartments?
When I was alone, when I could no longer bear the TV, and when all sort of stimulus died down, I started to listen hard for something, anything.
I was listening too.
The more I was alone, the sharper my hearing became.
Mine too.
And then we heard each other.
The quieter it was, the more we listened.
The more we listened, the deeper we could hear.
And then we heard beneath.
I was alone for a time too.
So you can hear deeper too.
But then we started hearing you two.
And could no longer hear what we now long to hear again.
The sound beneath the sound.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh my God.
What does she have?
It's an accordion.
She has lost her mind.
I play, you sing. Sing something. You have to make it up.
Oh, when he was on his way to work and
This
he
is
wasn't
not
quite
enough
sure how to
commitment.
make her skip. I won't do this. I won't do this. I won't do this.
I'll do it myself. Oh, it's not that hard.
Everything feels awful, and I'm so tired. What did you want me to do? What should I be doing? Do you want me to get more involved in politics? Do you want me to make more phone calls for Joe Biden? What should I be doing?
That's not what we're asking of you. We want you to be quiet.
And listen with us to something bigger.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We get tangled in distractions too,
And sorrow.
and jealousy,
People we've lost.
and where that loss has left us.
We get distracted by the hamster wheel of our mind.
Regret, anger, frustration. Regret, anger, frustration.
When you listen to the sound beneath the sound, what do you hear?
I hear the arbitrariness of it all.
I hear the inevitability of it all.
The sound I hear makes me think that if Donald Trump was hit by a truck, John Kasich could be president, and I could have lived with John Kasich.
Or Hillary.
Don't. It hurts.
But the sound I hear tells me that In 4 years, someone else terrible would have bubbled up from the blood-soaked soil.
If we had leadership, we wouldn't be here.
In 4 or 8 years, we would.
If George W. Bush had died in a drunk driving accident and an attempted person was president, the Twin Towers would stand.
Something else would have happened.
The sound I hear makes me think that a few random ignorant men are responsible for the ruin of our culture and of this planet.
And the sound I hear tells me that it's the groundswell of history that causes each current moment.
But then I remember, too much discussion is distraction.
Yes, you're right.
From listening.
From just listening.
So you just want me to shut up.
We want you to tell us what you hear.
Give us another perspective.
Time for you to leave.
Do you hear it?
Almost.
I hear it.
The sound is a vibration from down below.
The sound is the bubbling up of anger in my own ears.
It's deep and steady and gathering.
It's random and frightening. But true.
Annie?
Annie.
It is the groaning yet pinging sound of a frozen lake in Maine in the middle of winter. It's the sound the ice makes. It's otherworldly.
I like that.
It's nothing we understand, nothing we can understand.
I wish that's what I heard.
Hi, actually. I haven't left yet. If you're interested?
Yes.
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 To me, it sounds like a weak but persistent wind. Like all of us trying but held back by our own inadequacies. Just saying.
I hear that too.
I hear that too.
I hear that too.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dalia Sakas, Director of Music Studies at the Philemon M. D'Agostino Greenberg Music School, the Phil. We are a community music school committed to helping people pursue their study of music while addressing the challenges posed by vision loss. We believe arts education fosters inclusivity, creativity, diversity, and self-confidence. We also know that by providing the tools, instruction, and accessible or adaptive materials needed, our students can achieve and perform on the highest levels. And in terms of this past year and the pandemic, we heeded the wise words of Leonard Bernstein. He spoke of violence, but we had this strange force of a pandemic to deal with. So, in his words, this will be our reply to the pandemic, to make music more intensely, more beautifully, more devotedly than ever before. Please join us in harmony and share in this generous spirit of music.
I'm going to be playing Classic Minuet.
You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me Punta yaba mo pokele la palipele maka akuma pana. Punta yaba mo pokele la palipele maka akuma pana. Punta yaba mo pokele la palipele maka akuma pana. Punta yaba mo pokele la palipele maka akuma pana. Kuba pana, kuba pana, kuba pana, bakwalesa kuba pana, kuba pana, bakwalesa kuba pana, kuba pana, kuba pana. With every obstacle, we are unstoppable. We find another way.
Hey guys, it's Jen Bricker-Bauer, board member and aerialist for Omnium, a bold new circus, which we put together when the world shut down. So I hope you enjoy. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
My name is Jay Torres. I'm the founder and director of Latismo Hip Hop Productions in San Jose, California. Got lots of tattoos and yeah, all of them are sentimental. I love having my hair nice and shaved on the sides. I love my barber. I get nice designs. And yeah, I love style, big time. So I am thankful here today because I have been able to work with people in the community with their beautiful talent, people of differing abilities, and the LGBTQ community as well. We know how important it is to have pronouns for one another, and if need be, and how important it is to recognize and to really provide a special place for all of us to create, to express, and to evolve. Create, express, and evolve. Grow, grow. And that's exactly what we're doing here in our organization. We believe in unity and sharing it with the community. We have beautiful students with Down syndrome, autism, cerebral palsy, some that are blind, and they're rapping. Yeah, they're rapping. They're dancing hip hop choreography teams, tumbling classes, fitness, theater, and everyone is different. And you know what? That's okay, because that's exactly who we all are. We're all different. But if we can find a bridge that'll connect us so that we may get to know each other instead of not having the opportunity to even know who that person is. Art has brought us together, and it's creating a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere for everyone to grow. I believe every soul on this earth has something inside of them that is going to be beneficial and healthy for you to grow and prosper and lead you into your destiny. I also believe that being patient, having passion, and to persevere will get you to your goal.
Hey, I don't think they're ready for this one, man. Nah, they ain't ready for this one. But I'ma give it to them anyway. We gon' kick it off like this.
Every time I hit the stage, I got the whole crowd jumping. Turn the speakers up so you can feel the bass bumping. Flexing on these haters, but you know I'm straight stunning. It's Ray Ray on the mic, yeah, you know how I'm coming. I'm coming out the 831, shout out Hollis to my hometown, yeah, that's where I'm from. I put it on for my fam and my whole squad. Shout out to Latismo Hip Hop Productions, man, this a dope prime. Dropping whole bombs every time I mic in my palm. I'm a beast on these beats, can nobody else compete. I'm a K-I-N-G, mean what I say what I mean. Other rappers claim they hot, but I strongly disagree. Oh, you know I've been the dopest, bars the coldest, flow is so sick. I've been wavy like the ocean, I go crazy, I make no sense, but I've been making these dollars though. Running up the commas, whoa, running up at the mouth when I'm ready, set, go. Breaking up, killing it, whipping it, spitting it, flipping it, getting the chicken, I'm spitting the wig off a sucker. I'm hungry, I'm still getting the ace of it. Shout out my mama and shout out my brothers, I'm doing whatever it takes. Staying on go and taking no breaks, going so fast, not even the flash can never keep up with the pace. Said I'm spitting it, boy, and I'm just spitting facts, coming for the crown, yeah. You ain't about to get it back, well I gotta go, even though that has been a blast. Before I take off, I got one question. There's a party on Kirk Ave. Holla if you're trying to go.
Heard the students is performing, it's gonna be a dope party, so you know we gotta go. Make sure you got on clean hat, clean pants, cool shoes. Turning up is what we came here to do. But before I take off for the night, I just wanna say I love all of you. There's a party on Kirk Ave. Holla if you're trying to go. Heard the students is performing, it's gonna be a dope party, so you know we gotta go. Make sure you got on clean hat, clean pants, cool shoes. Turning up is what we came here to do. But before I take off for the night, I just wanna say I love all of you. Hey.
Hello, people. This is Leroy Franklin Moore Jr. I'm sitting in my living room, and as you can see, my living room is packed with my pink bike that I love, my scooter, and a bunch of boxes. I'm in the middle of moving to LA, so you see a lot of boxes. I'm a Black man. I have a gray shirt on, a bald head, and yeah, sitting in my living room. So I'm going to talk about the video and the song that you're about to hear that Crip Hop did, Crip Hop Nation did for Rising Phoenix. It was a documentary around the Paralympics. As a matter of fact, I went to the Paralympics back in 1988. So this is like a full circle. So I was an athlete back then. Now I'm back with Crip Hop Nation, and we did the theme song for Rising Phoenix, and it was Crip Hop artists. It was Keith Jones, he's the co-founder of Crip Hop. Also Tony Hickman from Houston, Texas, and George Tragic Dunham, which now he sits on the Paralympic board. So those are the three artists that did the song Rising Phoenix that just won a couple of Emmys a month ago. So, you know, what does that mean to me? Once again, like I said, it's a full circle, you know, being an athlete back then and now being a founder of Crip Hop Nation and, you know, having a chance to do the theme song for the movie. It's really important because, you know, musicians with disabilities, hip hop musicians with disabilities, especially physical disabilities, are not really seen in the media or in hip hop mainstream arena. So when the producers and the director of Rising Phoenix came to me at first and wanted to collaborate with Crip Hop to do the theme song, I was totally excited about their politics, that they really wanted musicians with disabilities to be the front face and voice of this documentary. So I'm totally happy that it's out there, and Crip Hop artists is totally excited that it won a couple of Emmys. So that's about me. And you know, beyond the movie, Crip Hop Nation is an international network of musicians with disabilities. It's been around for almost 14 years. And we had chapters in all around Africa, UK, Brazil. And the biggest thing that we're working on now is the Quip Hop Institute, and that's gonna happen in LA. So yeah, Quip Hop Nation is making moves, and we are totally excited about winning this Emmy, and we are looking forward to continuing our work, bringing musicians with disabilities all over the world together, and not only creating music, but creating our own politics, creating our own voice and what we need to live by. And also challenging, the political arena, United Nations, the United Nations a couple of years ago did a human rights declaration for people with disabilities. So we really want to be the force to really make that document into legal law in different countries and take advantage of the UN's Declaration of People with Disabilities. And it also includes the arts. So once again, Quip Hop, can be a tool to really implement on the UN's Declaration on Disability, especially through the arts, because we've been doing the work internationally for 13 years. So once again, I'm Leroy Moore, and I'm one of the co-founders of Quip Hop Nation. Thank you.
There's a young boy walking through obstacles, cut up from all the surgery, prosthetic picture perjury, telling me I'm normal, but normal they never really made me see. They always painted me, discriminated but levitated through all the hated scenes. So I redrew how they made it seem. But that's what you feel around vultures and all the fatal schemes. They wanna label me a cripple, that's the way it seems. Take away my right to pursue a normal life and live.
Indeed, for me, I must proceed and shine bright like the sun. Even though I know the darkness will come, it's all temporary. I can be legendary, cause I will never stop believing in me. It doesn't matter what you think I should be. See, I am what I am, I'm the truth. I'm disabled, I'm amazing, understand. Don't you ever underrate me, cause I got a second chance, and I choose to be the greatest in whatever the plan is. All my life, right? I ignite like a kaboom when I step in the room, so please don't get distracted. Yes, my limbs are fractured, still I rise from the ashes. I'm a rising phoenix, I rise above you. I'm a rising phoenix, I rise above you.
On your market, set the pistols pop them out the block to hit the ground running. No lazy days of sun, but it's on the human being can more to do it. That's why I be so smooth while I do this underneath the ditch, watching how I keep it moving. Use it, you lack of intuition, presuming my condensed predictions in the BS. 5 and 8 arise, transformed right before their eyes and into the sky. They asked you for a while, but Phoenix rise.
Lead with example and do everything in life I see. A simple thing like riding a bike, we all alike. How is that enlightening? It's so much fighting, cause my superpower, it makes me different, it's lightning. Wait, how many obstacles I gotta break? How many fights I gotta face? Just to make you feel my fate. I shake, then I break down. Yeah, but I take all the weight down.
I'm a rising phoenix, I rise above you. I'm a rising phoenix, I rise above you. People make fun of what they don't understand. Look at me cause I'm different and can't do what they can. But belittle me you won't because I am what I am. I am amazing, a different pill in which your brain cannot cram. I'm different. Often inspired by pain, inflicted by the inhumane, with hearts as black as the grain. My disability is silent, but my bottled up rage got me running from my dreams 100 miles with one leg. So how dare you try to remind me that I don't fit into your perception? How dare you define me? I'm beyond what you see as perfection.
I'm a rising phoenix, I rise above you. I'm a rising phoenix, I rise above you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Justin Cooper, and I am a member of the Chicago Disability Pride Parade. I describe myself as a Black man with a disability. I am currently wearing glasses. I'm also wearing a gray shirt with a logo on the front of it. The past months have been difficult in so many ways, but we've come so far since we've marked the 30th anniversary of the ADA last year. At that time, none of us truly knew what the coming year would look like, but we were hopeful that 2021 would bring brighter days ahead for us all. Now, as we mark the ADA's 31st anniversary, I'm happy to say that together, we've begun to emerge from this terrible pandemic. Things are still far from over, and we still must be vigilant to protect ourselves and our community. But we finally begun to return to normalcy. This next segment celebrates our return to the pre-pandemic days with a selection of performances from before the onset of COVID-19. These performances were selected for the joy they contain and that we look so forward to experiencing in person together soon. However, they also reflect the ideas we've nurtured during this difficult time. The celebration of shared culture, our support for each other in the face of adversity, and our unity as a community. As we leave this terrible period of time behind us, let's remember what we've learned and continue to nurture the good which grew in defiance of hardship. Kindness, respect, and the willingness to understand each other brought us through these past months. And these ideas will continue to unite us and make us stronger as a community. Happy Disability Pride Parade Month, and I look forward to coming together next year to celebrate in person.
Hey all, I'm really excited to be performing here at Disability Unite 2021. It's been a really rough year, and I'm very excited to be here helping put unity in community with my disability brothers and sisters. I'll be performing a song that I arranged. It's Genius by LSD, performed by Mezzo, an all-female New York a cappella group, and myself. And I'm really excited to share it with you all today here at Disability Unite. I really hope you all enjoy it. Thank you so much to Disability Unite and everybody involved in putting this together to allow us to really celebrate disability pride. I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks.
I'm a genius under pressure, no question, I'm really special. Upper echelon when I bless you, no question, I'm intellectual. It's a pleasure, it gets sexual. Women, every complexion, quick connection and ejection. My love is so ambidextrous. I'm a genius and perfectionist, specialist and the exorcist. With excellence for evidence, recklessness for irrelevance. In the room, I'm an elephant, spelling it for the hell of it. ABCDRUG, HIJKLSD.
Do you think I'm batshit crazy, having you on my mind? Do you think I'm helpless? My algebra gon' equal you every time. Do you think I'm calling? Do you think I'm calling out your name every night? Girl, I have fallen for you.
What you say? Oh my God, baby, baby, don't you see? I got everything you need. Only a genius will love a woman like she. Oh my God, baby, baby, don't you see? I got everything you need. Only a genius will love a woman like she. You'll be my Einstein, my Newton, my Galileo, and my Hawking. Boy, put that pep in my step, put your arm on my neck while I'm walking. Please understand, I have fallen for you.
Na 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 na.
Only a genius could love a woman like you. Oh my God, baby, baby, don't you see? I got everything you need. Only a genius could love a woman like she. Genius, baby. M-E-Z-Z-O-M-E, H-O-J-K-L-S-D.
Yo, what's up? It's Caleb from Wheelchair Sports Camp, here live at Disability Unite Festival. Happy Disability Pride. I'm wearing a black top hat, pork pie, black shirt that says punk, white girl with bangs and long hair, and a septum piercing in front of a South Park, Denver skyline mountain virtual background. Happy to be here. Happy Disability Pride Month. I think disability is so sexy because it's so intersectional. Disability is at the intersection, at every intersection, every race, class, age, gender, all the spectrums in between that you can imagine. Disability is part of. Disability is the future. Disability is for everyone, whether it's now or later. Yeah, disability is sexy. Happy Disability Pride Month. Thanks for having me this year at your festival again. This next song's called Yes, I'm a Mess, 'cause I am. But we're here together and get to ride this wild ride together, so it can't be that bad, can it? Thanks for having me. Hey. Rise and shine, you made it. A blanket weighs a ton. What a time to be alive. Make it look So it can't be that bad, can it? It can't be that bad. Yes, I'm a mess. Yes, I'm depressed. Yes, I'm in debt, but I got out of bed, so it can't be that bad, can it? It can't be that bad. Oh, what a privilege to turn off the tube and tune out the war, 'cause it's so hard on you. Oh, what a privilege. I know it's a new year, shit, but who cares? I'm drowning in my tears and fear the end is here or real nearby. So I hereby declare independence from all your amendments. Is this a mere cry? 'Cause it feels like I'm fenced in when nothing is remaining and everything's caving. You're still the only one who's worth saving.
All right, I'm Ricky again. I want to let you know we're going to sing a song for you, my friend. It's called I Can See, and it tells you about how I'm not blind, I just can't see. That means I might have lost my vision, but I never lost my direction. So here's a song designed just for you, which says, I Can See by the Blind Boys of Alabama.
I can see, can't you see? God's been good to me. He opened doors mine eyes can see. Sometimes I had to cry, wondering why I didn't have my sight. But I can see, can't you see, can't you see? God's been good to me. He opened doors, blind eyes can see. Every time I get down to nothing, my God always comes up with something. 'Cause every day, I can say, God has made a way. 'Cause He opened doors, blind eyes can see.
so hard.
Yeah.
I had to totally depend on God. But I can see, yeah, yeah.
Can't you see?
God been good.
God been good to me.
Hey, He opened doors.
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 When my Lord gets happy.
He opened doors.
He opened doors.
He opened doors.
He opened doors.
He opened doors. Blind eyes can see.
Hello everyone, my name is Antoine Hunter. I'm also known as Purple Fire Crow. Yeah, I'm here in Oakland, California, the land of Ohlone. And today I'm introducing you to this dance created by me. There's many things that happen to us when we try to connect with the element of the world: fire, air, earth, and water. Water, wow, for me, it can be a very powerful force that can destroy, that can heal. I had the experience when I drowned, and yet I'm still alive today. It wasn't my time to leave this world, to still stay existent. And the spirit that danced with me and around me. There's many blessings to come. There's many things that come in the impact of aqua, water, or things that flow through us. So we should listen to ourselves and each other. So things can be more flowing. Yeah, I always say, just because you can't hear, doesn't mean you know how to listen. Yeah. My name is Antoine Hunter, Purple Fire Crow, deaf director and founder of Urban Jazz Dance Company and the Bay Area International Deaf Dance Festival. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Sidiki Konde. Like I said before, I'm born in Guinea, grew up there, 1961. And I got a polio when I was 14 years old, and I lost my two legs. It's a long story. I can't say everything, but life is great. You know, couple of years and couple of times I was so sad, so angry, but I lost my leg. All my friends, my brothers, been working well in the town. And after me, I was laid down my chest. It was so hard to me. And when I go to villages, my father's born village, it's called Mansalia Tukunu. And I learned how to dance my two hands. And I learned how to sing. And that became part of my life. And I'm back to the community again. To singing, dancing, video ballet, all over to come to Conakry and the capital. And I get a chance to come to United States of America, New York City, 1999, 98. And when I came, I just pushed it in myself. A disability can limit anybody. To be disabled, that's not mean your life is stopped, or you can do anything, or you can support yourself. No, life depends on your breathing and your heart, and believe yourself. Whatever you can do for society, try to do, and you can have a lot of help, a lot of confidence, and do your job. Thank God, I've been dancing in New York, United States now 20 years, play my music everywhere. I'm past. I got a good friend, good community. Everybody been pushing it, and I appreciate everybody. So life is like that for me. Today, thank God. When the pandemic is coming, Corona, it was so horrible. It was so scareful. It was so tactful, because if in the city, New York City, like a 1 week, nobody's outside, it was so scared. But thank God we passed the polio before. We've been past the manager before. I mean, some victim of it. You know, I got a courage to go to my homeland town, Guinea, to be community worker, to be collective with the community, to tell them what to do, what to follow, to be safe. And thank God the message was passed with my little music and my little show. It was so great to put everybody together, pass the message, and then people started wearing the masks, started washing their hands, you know, in Guinea, and we start to talk up together how we do. And because our beginning I was weakness in New York City, what happened. So thank you very much.
Yeah. We had kids with varied disabilities in that room, and a lot of our kids weren't used to that kind of physical activity.
Good. Okay. Now you two, we do the same, the rhythm, right? Okay. So we go prepe dem pempe dem pente ah. Right? Okay, now we go together.
And so you'd hear in the beginning, a lot of the boys were saying, well, I'm getting tired. I don't know if I can keep up. And Sidiki would say, no, look at me. Come on, get it together. Let's go.
Go. Nice.
And it's almost like this wave of enthusiasm that took over. And the rhythm is infectious. See these kids who started out really having a hard time moving. Once their body started to do it and practicing, you'd see them opening up. Plus, you'd see them sweating and breathing hard, which is really important for their hearts.
Prepare them. Right? Okay, wow. Now you're walking. That's nice. I love that.
It was just a great thing to be able to, the very first class, to have that taking place, where to have somebody say, hey, look at me. If I can do it, you can do it.
Today, I can't stand up with my leg, but I can do anything I want it. I don't need any help. That's means physical therapy, you see? So, when you know, like I tell you, you practice every morning, this way. Pull this down. When you come lay down like this, and now you can take it off. You can take it here off, and with the two hands.
Oh, God.
See?
That is way too disturbing.
See that? So, that says some power for the music and the dance. Today, my friend Kevin passed away. My Willie homeboy, we back together. On the Siddiqui, I'm still here with my bike, and I keep going. I represent it. I still represent it. This is my first diploma I got in America. And I win this, and it gives me a lot of courage.
We want you to welcome Siddiqui Konde.
My big band was called Tokuno Afro Jazz.
On the big dun-dun drum, it's Mama Duba Kamara.
I lose the band because didn't make enough job. I cannot pay my musician good.
And the dancers include Nima Tulai Kamara and Mama Desano, Siddiqui Konde.
Many people still here. We all still, musicians still here. If I call them today, they cannot come out. But you have to call the band, come out about something. You got some job. You got to do something. Not all the time to practice and talk together. Today, Tokuno Afro Jazz is now with me, but it's still inside my heart and my head because it's my composition. Yes, it's mine. Sometimes you be crying, sometimes you be sad, and sometimes you be smiling. That's how my life is in New York City. Day by day, I've been making my life day by day.
Music all night with beats so chill. Come celebrate and dance. Feel the pulse of our groove. Sway from side to side. Allow your spirit to glide and eat the fruit of life. And eat the fruit of life.
Every issue in our country disproportionately affects people with disabilities.
We believe in disabled people advocating or choosing not to advocate as they prefer. We believe in all people, including people from underrepresented communities, coming together and supporting each other in mutual aid. Together, we will make the world a better place. We are Disability Unite.
Climate disaster and environmental changes devastate disability communities and leave those more at risk to severe disadvantage, compromising the limited resources they have. The UN flagship report clearly states that disabled youth specifically will be immensely vulnerable to extreme climate events due to a lack of educational access.
This needs to end now.
The historic ties between racism and ableism have perpetuated the stigma and overall concept of what it's like to be a disabled person of color. Institutional racism has pathologized disabled people of color and continues to provide the false narrative that have been used to justify discrimination against disabled people of color. As stated by the American Association of People with Disabilities, ableism will always exist if racism exists, because it is a tool of racism.
This needs to end now.
The American economy has been designed specifically to not support the disability community. According to the Center of American Progress, these historical barriers have built unique and unequal challenges in gaining employment and financial security. In 2018, the unemployment rate for people with disabilities has twice that of a non-disabled worker. Added cost of living, lack of accessible transportation, and affording housing, and many companies reluctant of hiring disabled people have created deep inequities that face disabled workers on a day-to-day basis.
This needs to end now.
That is why we need to come together to truly put an end to the historic inequalities facing our community. We are Disability Unite. To learn more about our organization and the amazing community we're building, please follow @Disability Unite on Facebook and Instagram. And feel free to use the hashtag #DisabilityUnite.